Hey, what is up everybody? Zerofats here coming at you on behalf of Life and Times of Zerofats.adventuresontheriver.com. And I want to talk to you guys about things you might have missed about internet marketing. Things you might have overlooked until you got to that point and start figuring it out. You know, I'm doing this video as possibly a way to help some people before they get to that point, or maybe as a way to open the eyes of people who are already at that point and they're kind of wondering what's wrong. So let's get started. If you hear that weird noise, it's my dog drinking water in the background. I don't know what it is, man. My dogs always want to drink water as soon as I start recording a video. It's the damnedest thing. It's fine. I should have got my water. I need some water too. Anyways, alright, so let's get into it. You might have heard this idea, I'm sure you have, about 1,000,000 times. Guy starts wanting to make money online, starts trying a few different things, then he figures out pretty quick, hey, the money is in the list, right? Money in list. Now, before the guy actually starts really getting into trying to build a list, he's probably going to hear this second thing too. Oh, the money's not in the list. The money in, let's say R, relationship, in relationship with list, right? He's going to hear that one. And then once he figures that out, he's starting to get like, wow, dude, I'm really getting deep into this now. I'm really getting deep into this. So then he's like, yeah. I got to make this happen. I got to make this happen. You watch enough videos about taking action. You watch enough people showing you success stories and case studies, and you start to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with drinking the Kool-Aid. Not at all, because Kool-Aid's good, man. The Kool-Aid makes you strong. This particular Kool-Aid will make you strong. The problem is, here's the problem. Concept. That's the problem. Everything is beautiful from far away. Right? Everything appears amazing from a distance. It seems so perfect and so simple on that mind map that you watched. Right? It seems so easy and so elegant and so graceful of a setup in that video training that you perused. Okay? But when you start getting into it, other things start happening that aren't as pretty, they're not as beautiful, they're kind of downright frustrating. So let's follow our new guy here a little bit farther down the road. He decides he wants to try to build an email list, right? And in a couple of videos he's seen him say, man dude, this is easy. All you need to do is put a product together, give it away as a freebie, and what you're doing is you're going to collect some email addresses. You're going to need an autoresponder right off the bat. But it's simple, dude. That's the simplest thing in the world. It's only $1. You can get aweber for $1. First month's only going to cost you $1. You can get getResponse for free for the first month. So our dude, you know what he does, man? He goes and he gets an aweber for $1. $1 for 30 days. Sweet. And he builds himself a freebie product. Let's call our dude Jim, just to give him a name. Jim's excited, man. So he kind of rushes through this freebie product a little bit because he's got a conceptual outline in his mind about what he wants to do. He wants to put the product together. And he picked a niche. He decided what he wanted to do and he picked a niche. He put this freebie product together. Man, he wants to start collecting those emails. Right? Starts collecting those emails. They're going into his aweber account. Starting to trickle in some emails. Maybe about like day 10 into his autoresponder, he starts thinking, man, I'm starting to collect some emails, man, but I really don't have any idea what to do with these emails. Then he starts thinking about the money being in the relationship with the list. You know? And then, well, let me erase some of this stuff. Because then our buddy Jim starts trying his hand at email marketing. He starts trying his hand at email marketing. Trying to do some offers in there. Trying to do some offers in there to his list, which isn't very big. He's probably only got about 30 or 40 people right now on his list. He's not really getting anybody to open his emails. So he starts looking around like, dude, how can I write good emails? It's funny because when you first get started, when he first got started, you know, the conceptual outlines that he went through and all the training that he received, it really never told him how hard it would be to get people to open his emails, to read his emails, and to click through on his emails, right? No one ever told him how hard that was going to be. And the final thing, to buy the product to help him recoup the $20 bill that's going to be coming from his autoresponder at the end of the month. Because my friends, I promise you, if you've never built a list before, you aren't going to know how to email market effectively. You're not going to know how to make emails that people want to open, that people want to read, that people want to click, and that people want to buy offers. You're not going to know how to do it. It takes time to learn those skills. Those are skills you don't usually hear. You're always hearing people say, hey man, you get the 30 days free. Well, guess what? The clock's ticking. You got 30 days to figure out how to do effective email marketing. You got 30 days to build a list from zero and to do effective email marketing. 30 days, the clock's ticking, go. See if you can recoup your 20 bucks. They might not tell you that once you hit 500 emails, you're going to go up to 30 bucks. The more emails you have in your autoresponder, the more money you pay. Now, you might be an effective email marketer by the time you hit 500 emails, but you might not be. You might have hit 500 emails and you might still not know how to do those things. You might still not have figured out how to get people to buy from your offers. So now you're going to be paying $30 a month. And you still haven't recouped any of those costs from that particular little venture of email marketing. So one thing you might have missed when you're first getting into IM is that like you hear about list building, but more importantly, you need to learn how to write emails that work. You need to learn this. You need to learn this before you start paying money every month for an autoresponder. So people say the money's in the list. People say the money is in the relationship with the list. But truly, what I have found is that the money is here. The money is in the audience. People say that a buyer's list is more effective than a freebie list. But what I have found is that a freebie list and a buyer's list are equally worthless if the people on that list do not care what you have to say. If the people on that list are not your audience and they're not listening to you, that list is worthless. I don't care if it's a buyer's list that affiliates drove to your product or it's a freebie list. It doesn't matter. Worthless. Take it to the bank. It's worthless. So good email marketing is a must. Incidentally, it's not just Jim. This happens to a lot of people. I probably lost thousands of dollars in the year 2014 from not really knowing how to email market effectively. And as the year end approached, I started to get a tiny bit better. And as we get into 2015, I'm getting better and better at email marketing. But I promise you, as much money as I made in 2014, I'm quite sure that I lost thousands by not knowing how to email market effectively, not knowing how to write emails, or let me put it this way, not underestimating the importance of sending those emails fairly regularly that people find entertaining, that people want to open up, that people want to click, that people want to buy. You see, I did a pretty good job at building an audience. The problem was, I didn't do a very good job of emailing my audience, you know. The email is important, and it's a hybrid of copy. It's a kind of copy. It's a kind of copy in that email. There's a science to it, and if you want to be successful, it's important that you get good at it. Okay? So the money's in the audience. So if the money's in the audience and it's like what I say it is, then why is everybody telling you to build a list? You know, people figure, you know, a list trumps every other platform, doesn't it? I mean, it trumps Pinterest, right? It trumps Facebook. It trumps, you know, it trumps a simple blog that you have up, you know. It trumps YouTube. It trumps all these things because any one of these things can be closed down tomorrow. But your list, you could print out and have it in your pocket. So it kind of trumps everything because you can take it with you everywhere. But it's still just a list. You know what else trumps everything? Even the list? You know what else trumps the list? It's exactly what I told you, right? It's not the list. It's what's behind the list. It's an audience. The audience trumps the list, okay? From the audience, you can derive that audience from YouTube, from Facebook, from Pinterest, from Tumblr, from your email. Your audience can exist in all of these places. You can pull your audience from all of these places. From a blog, from your forums. The audience can come from everywhere. It can be in all those places at once. And guess what? If one of these places closed down, you're going to transcend it. You're going to transcend that place. The audience that you pulled around you can be shifted to anywhere. So the audience trumps everything. So yeah, probably thousands I lost underestimating email marketing in 2014. What's another one? Real quick. I don't want this video to go too long, but real quick. You know, a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, they feel like they can do it themselves. You know, our buddy Jim, you know, it took him a while to master email marketing and start recouping, okay? He started, you know, developing his own products because he did that freebie product and he figured, yeah, it worked out pretty good. I could do some more of those. I need to do a product that's paid because now I know the money's in the buyer's list, and the real money's in being a product creator, right? Yeah, that's true. You know, that's really kind of true. You know, product creators, they really own the space. They really do. But the problem is, you know, man, Jim's been doing everything for himself. been trying to do it all himself. Kind of got a Superman complex now. I can do that myself. I can get it done myself. I don't need to hire anybody else to do it. I'm good to go. I can figure it out. So, Jim makes a mistake that a lot of us probably made. I made. Jim writes his own copy. He writes his own sales page. He spent all this time on the product, putting it together, maybe weeks working on this product, putting it together, and now it's done. Now he rushes through the sales copy trying to put that together, right? It's just one more checklist on his things to do. He had to do a sales copy, boom. He had to do a JV page, boom. He had to get some JV tools together, boom, 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 boom. He's just checking checks off a list, right? Wrong. If you want to be successful, dude, this right here, it's as important as the product itself. This is something I'm just now coming to terms with, right? This isn't something I learned 5 years ago. This is something I'm just now embracing. That the copy on your sales page is just as important as the quality of your product. I'm going to put it blunt to you. If you've never made money writing a sales page copy, if people don't come to you and pay you to do this, you probably have no business writing your own sales copy. And if you want to do it, then cool, do it. Guess what? If you do 40 sales, if you had a real copywriter, you probably would have had 150 sales. Alright? If you did 10 sales, guess what? With a real copywriter, you probably would have had 60. God forbid you did 200 sales, because now you're really losing money. Because if you did 200 sales, you might have had 1,000 sales with a real copywriter doing your copy. Because what happens is, and this is why it took me so long to figure this out, you see, I already had an audience. I used YouTube to build an audience, right? I already had an audience. So when I said I got a product for sale, guess what? I got sales. But guess what? If this circle is my sphere of influence, there's more sales floating around out here outside of my sphere of influence. Guess who's not getting them? Me. I'm not getting them. Because no one likes my sales page because it sucks. And I was fooled because I had all these people in my sphere of influence buying my shit. But guess what? 50 sales should have been 150 sales. You think that's not happening? I promise you it does. So, the second thing I want to tell you, poor old Jim, he'd do a lot better if he just invested a little bit of money in a copywriter. $100, $150, $200, $500 to have a really nice sales page written. He'd do better. He'd serve himself better. He'd make more money. He'd make more sales. If the name of the game is to make money, and the name of the game is to help as many people as possible, then you want to convince people on that sales page. And I promise you, there's a good chance when you're starting out you're going to underestimate the importance of the sales page. So yeah, I think that's about it. Oh no, I got one more for you, but my battery's getting ready to die. I might run out. So email marketing. Don't underestimate it. You need to know how to write a good email, or basically you're going to be losing money. What I suggest is use MailChimp or use another service that lets you do it for free, broadcast messages. You don't got any business paying for an autoresponder. Learn how to do effective email marketing with broadcast messages. And then, when you start seeing conversions in your emails, then get your autoresponder lined up. Alright? Save your broadcast messages. You can load them into your autoresponder. Alright? Secondly, don't underestimate sales copy. It's a good investment to have a professional do your sales copy. If you can't afford a professional sales copywriter, then write your sales copy and then have a professional sales copywriter edit your sales copy. It'll be cheaper. Alright, I got one more for you. No, I don't want to take it too long. I could go on. Let me know if you like this video. If you want to hear more about stuff like this. Alright? Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Give me a comment. I want to hear what you guys think about this kind of stuff. Our buddy Jim's going to be alright. He's going to make money. But he's got the school of hard knocks in front of him, doesn't he? Because he's running through the same mistakes a lot of us run through. Things that people don't tell you. Watch your numbers, you know? Stuff like that. Anyways, I think that's about it. Hope you guys are all doing well. God bless you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, everybody.